We were allowed briefly into the new second intensive care unit created for COVID patients. Here, Paul Breeze, aged 63, a retired military police officer, is not on a ventilator but is receiving oxygen. Paul requested we film him so viewers can see just how serious the virus can be. A message endorsed by Hamid, the consultant in charge of intensive care.
So that's a very key message. The isolation, the staying at home, the not giving it to other people, be it your neighbour or somebody at work or somebody in a supermarket. Keep your distance. If you don't need to go out, don't go out. We are in the UK still in an upward trajectory. We need to change that, as they have done in some other parts of the world, and they've done it with really strict rules. So although I don't want to be a disciplinarian about it, genuinely it saves lives to isolate and to stay at home.
Hamid, if you don't want to end up here,
correct,
then listen to the advice and abide by the advice.
And the other bit that I would just like to say to the people out there that are listening is it's young people we're seeing on the intensive care unit. It's not that you have to be ill or that you have to be old, but young people are suffering with no illnesses in the past, and they're suffering in a way that I have never seen before. They are critically unwell, and some of them sadly are not surviving this. So the message, without being too dramatic, please stay at home, please isolate, because it's saving lives, not just your own, but the lives of the people around you.
How are you preparing for what may happen at Milton Keynes?
We've become a hospital that is effectively on a war footing. The reality is this feels like a war zone and a field hospital. I'm doing 12-hour shifts, which I haven't done since I was a senior house officer 30 years ago. But we're doing that now as a group of people to try and manage the overwhelming number of patients that we're seeing and how sick they are.
So far across the NHS, 27 staff have sadly lost their lives to the virus. Hamid has his own story.
I have had COVID. I've had 10 days of fever. I've had myalgia and the rest, thankfully. And I don't know why, but thankfully it hasn't affected my chest. So in effect, I got over it and I'm better and I'm back at work.